Carlos Brathwaite, the captain of the Windies team, and he decided to bowl first. These are the two teams. The Windies without T20 superstar Christopher Henry Gale. Some big names in there: Evan Lewis, Marlon Samuels, Rothman Paul, Andre Russell. Two players left out, Chadwick Walton, Sheldon Cottrell. For Bangladesh, a very even team alongside Miat Ali Khan.
Yeah, I like the look of this team. They've gone with quite a lot of bowlers. They have a very good depth in batting, but if you look at the seamers, it's Mustafizur Rahman and Rubul Hussain will lead the attack, the seam attack. If they need, they can have Ariful Haq, who's come in to bowl the seam, and there's Shakib Mehdi, and obviously Nazmul Islam, the left arm orthodox spinner. And they have also in hand Mahmudullah. So they've got a pretty decent lineup. And what about him? Tamim Iqbal, wonderful one-day series, player of the series, with scoring 287 runs. But he wants to get better in this format. He's got 100. Was against Oman, but he will need to be at his best to ensure that they have a flying start. With him, Somo Sharkar gets another opportunity. 36 matches for him. Good strike rate, but it's just been out of sorts, out of form. Initially not picked up in the squad, but the team management from West Indies wanted him to be a part of the T20 setup.
Ashley Nurse, the option chosen by Carlos Brathwaite to open the bowling. He's been a part of this T20 team in recent times. Carlos Brathwaite opted to take pace off the ball. You usually see for the Windies, Samuel Badri open the bowling. Carlos Brathwaite getting exactly what he wanted to do. Spoke about bowling first, giving himself a chance to chase. And this venue, because of it being fairly small, it's very difficult to defend totals here. Yeah! First delivery, stumped. Dinesh Ramden gets into the act. And the Windies, they cock a hoop.
What a start for the world champions. I was a little bit surprised to see Ashley Nurse taking the white new ball, bowling the very first delivery. Have a look at this. Was short, he went down the track straight away. And he was nowhere near when the bails were taken off. And a delight to Ashley Nurse, delight for Windies. And they'll be very happy to see the back of Tamim Iqbal, who's gone for naught. Bangladesh, not for one.
Litan Das virtually opening the batting because his teammate just faced one delivery. Tamim Iqbal gets it through. Nice shot. He'll get a boundary. He's an aggressive player. And this will be a good response by Bangladesh to the fall of the wicket of Tamim Iqbal.
Yeah, that should please the fans in the ground. Short and wide. Played it late. I thought the key was to play it late and away from that fielder. Played it a little bit finer. Lovely touch. He's got lovely hands. If he gets in, he can score runs quickly. Short one, but what a start for Windies, Darren. And that too from a man who's been in tremendous touch.
Just misjudged the length. He was probably premeditating a bit. And didn't make no contact at all. A first in terms of T20 international. It's the first time a player has been dismissed, stumped off the first ball of a T20 international match. Ashley Nurse being a main part of it, and so too Dinesh Ramdin behind the stumps, making no mistake.
What was surprising to see, that knowing that he was in really good touch with the bat in the ODIs. What a start this is turning out to be for Ashley Nurse. It was Fuller. He stood, played back and missed it. Straight away gone through. Another wicket goes.
Just look at the length. This is a length that you should be on your front foot, but he's giving himself room because he wants to score square off the wicket. Doesn't make contact. Ashley Nurse and the Windies, they don't mind. Wicket number 2. Shomo Saka goes without scoring. It's 5 for 2. So 4 deliveries, 2 wickets for the Windies. The captain, Shakib Al Hassan, he will have some repair work to do for Bangladesh. Ashley Nurse, the destroyer.
Yes.
Gets off the mark. This was the wicket. What was he doing?
Well, he had no clue whatsoever. Should have been on the front foot. Surely. Getting back into the team, getting another opportunity, and another failure for Shomo Sarkar.
Yes, sir.
That delivery to finish the over. What an over from Ashley Nurse. 6 runs from it and 2 important wickets. It's 6 for 2. Both openers are back in the pavilion. Windies will be happy with their decision to open the bowling with Ashley Nurse, his partner from the other end, Andre Russell. The nursing a little bit of a niggle on his knee. Missed a couple of the one-day international matches. Now back for the T20 internationals. The both openers, I said, got out without scoring, and it's the 3rd time that this has happened for Bangladesh in T20 internationals. Dropped him. Could have been wicket number 3. Marlon Samuels looked like a sitter and put down.
What have you done? It's a straightforward catch off the bat of Shakib Al Hassan, in and out. Cannot believe it. That is very, very poor indeed. Bangladesh could have been 3 down in no time at all. Samuel's the one who's dropping the catch of Shakib.
Marlon Samuels hasn't played international cricket for a while as well, having a knee operation and back. Not able to hold on. Would have been a big wicket for the Windies. Just went through his hands. Didn't close in time. Probably misjudged the pace on the ball as well.
No excuses for dropping that catch. Absolutely no excuses for that. It was a sitter. Just a regulation catch. Perhaps just going down the leg side. But what a start this has been for Windies. First and foremost, what was Tamim Iqbal thinking? First delivery, way down the track, misses it. If you miss it, you're gone. And then this could have been on the front foot trying to play it, closing the face of the bat on the onside. Misses it completely. 2 wickets in his very first over. What a start.
Nice pace from Andre Russell. Well, I spoke about it being the 3rd time both openers were dismissed without scoring for Bangladesh in T20 internationals. It's also the first time that both openers have gotten out of the first ball they've faced in T20 internationals. So many firsts. Ashley Nurse, chief architect of both wickets.
I also have a feeling that this is a little bit quicker tonight. The pitch itself, it has gone ball certainly moving in the air, and that's a really good carry to the keeper. So as a batsman, you need to be on your toes. You need to be a little bit more watchful. It's hard. Patches of green, and it looks solid. And it's certainly zipping through. That's what happened when Sumo Shaka was bowled by the spinner. It zipped through and hit the stumps.
Oh yeah, good pace, Andre Russell. In addition to the pitch looking very firm, whatever moisture will remain because it's cool. 2 overs gone, 8 for 2. Very good contest on hand. Bangladesh not starting well. Liton Das, Shakib Al Hassan. The middle order will have a lot of work to do. This is a strong Windies T20 squad. Team which is... Eight for 2. This Windies squad accustomed to playing this format of the game. This guy as well, Samuel Badri, knows about bowling the new ball in the power play overs.
Oh yeah, good Louis.
Just a single over for Ashley Nurse, where he picked up 2 wickets. A bit of a surprise to see Badri into the attack, because I thought perhaps maybe one more over. Certainly deserve one more over from Ashley Nurse. Again, going down the track, they need to be careful here, because they've already lost 2 wickets. They could easily have been 3 down.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't partner Ashley Nurse on the other hand, and Carlos Brathwaite opted for Andre Russell. Nice shot. He will find the gap. Was risky though, because if he missed, would have been a good LBW shout. Second boundary for Bangladesh.
He lost his balance, but was lucky to get away with it because he struck it nicely. Just at the very last moment, the left leg, just the boot is slipping. It's a good shot. He's got a good start. He played a lovely touch to open up his account, which went through the boundary on the offside. Oh, shot. That is a cracking shot. 4 more.
Well, Samuel Badri is known for his economical bowling. 2 boundaries so far in his over. Liton Das, well, he is the aggressor. He was short and he found the gap. How will he respond? Thinking of a single. Dot delivery. Just 1 left in the over.
It's turning out to be a good over for Bangladesh. Economy of 6.07, which is very good in this format. Excellent. Playing across the line. Only be a single. It looks like they just look like the score runs very quickly. 17 for 2.
Three options so far chosen by Carlos Brathwaite. Most successful, Ashley Nurse. 2 wickets and just conceding 6 runs.
Yeah, Bangladesh have struggled in this format. The last series that they played was against Afghanistan. They lost 3-0. But before that, they played the tri-series. Thinking about a run now, it's never there, which involved Sri Lanka and India Nidahas Trophy in Sri Lanka, March, where they played the final. After that tournament, it looked like that they're finding their feet in this format, but they were disappointing. So they haven't got the balance right. They've not shown the consistency that they have shown, especially in ODIs. So another opportunity here for them.
Pulled away. Didn't quite time it. Will not go into the boundary. But aggressive intent, as you would expect in the power play overs. Despite 2 wickets falling, still Bangladesh looking to score runs.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that the message is loud and clear. Even if you lose wickets, you would want to see them go and score runs quickly. Good running. 3 runs, very aggressive running, especially from Liton Das.
Nice shot. Width and pace on the ball. That's a pet shot for Shakib Al Hasan.
Yeah, you cannot afford to bowl that length and line to someone like Shakib Al Hasan. He will always put you away. He knew exactly where the fielders were. Up and over. And it's gone like a rocket. It looks like a very quick outfield also. Ball coming nicely onto the bat, so the batsman can get themselves set on this surface. Will enjoy batting here.
Well, Shakib has the luxury of playing here previously in the last 50-over match between the Windies and Bangladesh. So you can trust the bounce, the surface, very similar. And like you said, Atar Ali Khan, he likes the pace on the ball. This pass really close to that off stump.
That's a very good Yorker. Had it been like 6 inches straighter, would have been trouble.
Just to the left of the fielder, Badri. That short fine leg, Andrew Russell. Was the surprise delivery, but concedes a boundary.
Yeah, it came a lot quicker than he anticipated. And got himself in a little bit of tangle. Have a look at this. Short, nicely directed, but somehow he managed to just hit it away from that fielder. Badri was fielding at a short fine. And it's a boundary. Turning out to be a good over for Bangladesh. 11 already in this over.
Again, up and over, and a similar result. Third boundary in the over, an expensive one, 32 for 2. Skyscraper in over number 4. Andre Russell being very expensive. Bangladesh still looking to score and accelerate and put pressure on the Windies. To take you through the next couple overs, Ian Bishop and Geoffrey Dujon.
Thanks, Darren. Man, a deep mid-wicket. And long on. And so the single is taken quite easily.
Overuse of the short ball from Andre Russell and pays the price. It's giving the batsman too much room. And we've seen that he's been all over the place like a loose pack of marbles. And all the runs have come from short pitch deliveries. Beautifully hit.
Too full and too wide from Samuel Badri. And really with no one deep on the offside, it was easy pickings for Shakib. Just giving himself that room to force it through that offside.
Hold. Well done, easy.
Pace, good activity by Kimo Paul there.
Ball him. Look at him.
Well, just getting a little bit damp from the rains we had earlier. It might be just a little bit difficult for Samuel Badri to grip it. It's just hoisted over long off. And run saved there by Robman Powell.
Advance. Easy too.
41 for 2. Two wickets in the first over. And now they progress to 41 for 2, Bangladesh. Having been asked to bat first. Kimo Paul replaces Andre Russell. A couple of games in Pakistan against the Pakistanis in this format of the game. And of course has played in the ODI team. Now, that might just be fantastic work out there by Andre Fletcher.
This was very well timed. Carried for a long way, and just watch this. Got there just in time, knocked it back. Work from Andre Fletcher.
Fletcher should take this, and Fletcher takes it. Kimo Paul strikes with the short ball.
Well, time it or not, he was hitting into that wind. And it just hung in the air long enough for Fletcher to get around to it. Probably didn't quite get hold of it. Too much elevation. And safely taken. So the third wicket goes down. A wicket for Kimo Paul. Lighton Das has to go for 24. It's 43 for 2.
Batsman crossed as the catch was taken. Shakib on strike. Now, third man. Now, it is held by Kesrick Williams. I don't know if the umpires may want to have a look at it before it is confirmed. I think Joel Wilson wants to have another look at this.
Well, he did catch it and throw it back, but I'm not sure if the ball actually crossed the margin of the boundary when he threw it back. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. Was a good catch, but was it out?
Fair delivery. Fair delivery. Can I have a look at the catch now? Catch is taken in the field of play, ball shown out. Okay. Yes, I'm satisfied with that. On the big screen, my decision is out. My decision is out on the big screen.
The catch is confirmed. Wonderful awareness from Kesrick Williams. And the short ball ploy has worked for Kimo Paul in this over.
Let's have a look at this. It slashes it down there. Williams takes the catch, goes over the boundary, throws it back up, and ups back in and caught it before he landed. Good piece of work. Gets rid of Shakib. And Bangladesh now 43 for 4.
Mamadullah Riyad. Well, he would have been hoping that a greater foundation was laid before he came to the crease. Such a wonderful finisher, but he's a good enough player. Hat-trick ball from Kimo Paul. Seems a distinct effort by the Windies seamers to use the short ball on a very hard surface.
This was Litandas. He was actually advancing. And this was Shakib trying to slash it over third man. And a wonderful piece of work by Kesrick Williams. Wickets falling thick and fast.
Power plays now complete. Bangladesh in trouble, 43 for 4.
That's over. End of power play.
Well, a very, very bad start for Bangladesh. 2 first balls for the 2 openers. Nobody really hanging around. But
That's leg stop. That's middle. Bola right down over the wicket.
Mushfiqur and Mamadullah, 2 very experienced campaigners at the wicket. And they'll have to try and pull Bangladesh out of the fire.
This is generally where Badri is more comfortable in terms of bowling at the right-handers. He will bowl a nice length at his best and slide the ball wicket to wicket. Didn't bowl in the first couple of overs as he would usually have done so often across his career.
Yours, match. Easy, Ross, easy.
Slightly fuller than he would have liked.
Keep going, Baja, walk, Baja.
Well, the wickets have been falling to short pitch deliveries. This is Kimo Paul's pitch map.
Yours, yes. Easy one, Louis. Well done. Lou.
First one was Tamim Iqbal.
Pull him here, man.
Was Litandas.
Easy one. One wicket here, boys. One
And
wicket
then
here, man.
Shakib.
Come on, Baja.
A good piece of fielding
Come on,
from Kesrick Williams. Don't think anybody's going to cut that off. 50 comes up for Bangladesh.
Giving room, Samuel Badri, too much room. Not what he wants to do. He wants that length to be straighter at the stumps.
He normally is quite straight. It's very unusual to see him getting cut like that. Normally tries to force the batsman to play across him or play down the ground like that. straight enough to go all the way.
He's struggling with his line and now with his length. He usually, I don't know if it's the moisture on the ball, but he doesn't want to be as full as he's been a couple of times in this over. That's gone. That might be going for 6. It is. Andre Russell is a spectator underneath it. First 6 of the innings, 60 for 4.
Ashley Nurse doing the early damage, picking up 2 wickets. Andre Russell, very expensive, and now Samuel Badri just struggling for control. Maybe just the dampness on the ball. Two wickets for Ashley Nurse. And Kemo Paul has picked up 2 as well. This is the last delivery of the last over. Badri struggling with his control, and Mamadullah, who is very good straight down the ground, just doing the business. Definitely a surface with a little pace in it. Umpires Gregory Brathwaite and Joel Wilson, hailing from Barbados and Trinidad and Tobago respectively. Well struck and well fielded, Carlos Brathwaite. Ball is coming onto the bat really nicely. It's been good bounce, good carry to the keeper. Good conditions for stroke play.
A few short balls being, even with Andre Russell. It's been a while since I've seen Andre Russell run in and attack the crease as hard as he did tonight. So there's a concerted effort to bowl back of a length. It's also a pitch that has been relayed. It was relayed last year, and I think it augurs well for the future. CPL matches will be coming up as well. It's rock hard. It has a lot of potential, this surface, when it's settled.
Attempted slower ball, just lost his shape a little bit, didn't come out of the fingers like he wanted. Just pushing it down leg side.
And of course, when you're playing on grounds with short, straight boundaries and it's bouncing and carrying as it is off the seam bowlers, your fine leg and your third man are really wicket-taking, catching positions as well. Again short, again back of a length.
He's getting just enough bounce to be a bit disconcerting to the batsmen. Ball is coming on with some good pace as well.
Yeah, much too short, wide signal. And the Windies still have the captain himself, Carlos Brathwaite. Kesrick Williams to come in and bowl their seam and change ups as necessary. Carlos himself, a very tall man. Should get some adequate bounce on the surface. Williams can be quite sharp, quite slippery.
That's a better area to focus. Such a wiry fella, Kimo Paul. Deceptive. Can bowl quite quick. Well, that's hit in the middle, over long off. It's great hitting up the ground, Mahmudullah, and got that one in the middle of the bat. 8 overs gone, it's 72 for 4. Good over that. 2 overs for Bangladesh, last 2. Bowling change. Captain Carlos Brathwaite is going to replace Samuel Badri. And to replace myself and Ian Bishop, Atta Ali Khan, who's beside himself, and Danny Morrison.
Cheers, douche. Here's the captain. Big Carlos Brathwaite. What a start to this 3-match series. I've got to say, when I was out there for the coin toss, a little bit of sheen about the surface. Appreciably different from Saturday with the day game of a 50-over contest. This one with the sheen on it. We've seen the pace, we've seen the bounce, we've seen wickets tumble. It has been all happening here at St Kitts. They'll race away. And they all count, Atta Ali Khan. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too, Danny. Another boundary off a wide. Last 2 overs. 29 runs. Just giving them some kind of momentum. Especially the way Mahmudullah has batted. Down the leg side, missing the pads and going away from the keeper. Not the right line and length from the skipper. But they are more than capable of putting up a decent total, even though they've lost the top 4. They bat deep, especially this pair. Need to ensure that they bat for a longer period of time. You got to bat deep enough. You can't change the past, but you can certainly change the future if you bat sensibly. Last ball of the last over, that is a massive hit. That's his second 6 of the innings already. Mahmudullah is such a sweet timer of the cricket ball. And it looks to be in a good touch also. 23 of just 12.
Oh, that's sweet. Didn't quite get all of it. Now the second delivery that Carlos Brathwaite bowled has been it was signalled as wides. Now did it just a little caress of the trousers. So that's a little tough on the bowler. And of course, in this fabulous format, only 20 overs, as we all know, an extra delivery can be the changing and the winning and losing of a game. Misses out there, I reckon.
Certainly missed an opportunity. There was a deep cover in place and also a third man, but if it had put bat to ball, could have found himself another boundary here. Mushfiqur Rahim. Partnership now 38 of 23.
He's on the charge, and then you say you sort of almost play your cards too soon. And it was within the tram lines, but the wee fella struggled to reach this one.
Yeah, the reason for Mushfiqur Rahim to go and play that kind of a shot was because of the fielder at mid-off is inside the circle. So he thought maybe he can put one in the air and pick up another boundary. There you go. Cheeky, but a very effective. One bounce to the fence. 4 more. 13 in that over. 85 for 4.
Now, lucky 13 for some, certainly for Bangladesh. Bouncing back nicely when they were 43 for the loss of 4 here. At 42 runs in the last 3, making hay. The impish, mushy of old, cheeky wee fiend. Marvellous execution, premeditated, but they have been a lot of the time back end of a length. These powerful, strong West Indians. Crowd building. It is a Tuesday evening after all. We've had a couple of showers around just as night was falling. And a delayed start, so 8:35 p.m. local time as opposed to 8 p.m. So live action, great action. And they've bounced back the tourists. 2 down at 5 and then another 2 falling at 43 to be 43 for 4. And now this partnership's yielded 43 again.
It's a very good crowd. All out here and in the banks, in the stands. It's pretty filled up. They've been there for a while. We're witnessing a very good match at the moment. Short, wide, 4 more. Has it gone all the way? No, just 1 bounce. It's just the kind of batting that was expected from these two after they lost 4 wickets. Deep in his screen, they know that trying to bowl short pitch deliveries, perhaps just doing it a little bit too much at the moment. So they're quite keen to go initially onto the back foot and opening up the face of the flat, first on the onside and now on the offside. Very good for Mushfiqur in this over.
Now, Kesrick Williams back into Windies colours, and again, but this time down someone's throat. Just in front of us, Rodman Powell's it, who was boshing it to all parts here Saturday afternoon, and they lose their 5th one, and it's a key figure of the keeper.
Just when things were looking good in favour of Bangladesh, Mushfiqur finds the fielder. Already picked up a boundary in this over, a couple of boundaries in the previous over also, but he had to go back. He has to go back for 15. It's 90 for 5.
Araful Haq is the new man in. Oh, hello. Has he hit this? Well, will they review it? Of course, these days you can in this form of the game. Fell over, went a long way across. Asking for it, are they? Bowler likes it. Don't muck around, Jim. You're running out of time. Yeah, going to come upstairs. I reckon this looks good.
Copy that. Director, we have a players review for LBW. The original decision is not out. Let me have a look at the front foot first. Okay, fair delivery. Fair delivery. Let me go on to front on spin vision. Okay, can you rock and roll that? Okay. Let me get Ultra Edge to confirm no bat involved. Ultra Edge coming up. The ball is passing the bat. Flat line, no bat involved. Can you go on to ball tracking when available? Ball tracking, pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets missing. Can you go back to the on-field umpire? Gregory, you will stay with your original decision. Not out, you're on screen now. Go ahead. Well,
now, confirmation. I just think first time real time. I know we're a little bit further away than our dear friend Gregory Brathwaite, the umpire, but yeah, batter falling over. Araful, his very first delivery, and Utter and I looking at this, yeah, I thought it hit the pad. When you see that, doesn't it? Front on, looks like it's hit the pad, but it actually hit the bottom of the thigh guard.
Well, that's the, I mean, if you see it first, I mean, in the slow motion, you can realize that it has gone and hit the thigh pad, and once it does that, it suggests that it would go and miss the stumps. But at the first go, you'd think that, yeah, you strike him straight flush on the pads. That's the reason why the bowler went straight away.
You can hear the cries of anguish from Keswick Williams. 2 straight, and gets punished comfortably.
Yeah, they picked up 5 wickets already, but they've also released quite a few boundaries. 12 fours and 2 sixes, including that one. And that's inside the 10 overs. That's Mushfiqur Rahim. He did pick up a boundary, but this time he finds the man. Powell taking it easy catch at third man. And it's been a short pitch delivery, which have worked in favor of the seamers.
A change of pace. So good one to finish. Still 10 off it. 95 for 5. Top has been blown away here by the Windies against the Tigers. Muhammadullah, massive key, 28 from 15. Mahedi to come in, Islam, and down to the quick guns, Rubel and Mustafizir Rahman at 11. Tamir, Shumo, Goldens. Lit and Dash show glimpses. So did the skipper. But well, not enough, it would seem. But you never know. At half the overs, very small straight, pace on the ball, and we're going to have a bit more of Andre Russell. He's got through a dozen deliveries. Here he comes again. The bristling menace of Russell. Starts quietly, but yeah, I've been impressed. Fitness was an issue. We're worried about that, Ian Bishop and I having a chat earlier.
Looks okay. Missed out the last couple of ODIs. Did play the first one. ODIs certainly look fine at the moment. What is important for Bangladesh to realize that Mahmudullah stays honest and try to bat till the very end. He would need support from the other end. Not too many batsmen to follow. Already 5 in the hut. And we know that how he can bat in the last 5 overs. So he had a wonderful time with the bat in the Nidahas Trophy. And once again, he is under a situation where he really have to play the sheet anchor role, not in terms of just playing a longer innings, but need to play deeper. And if he can bat deeper, then he will play shots and score runs.
He likes to test out the halfway point of the pitch here, Andre Russell, tonight. Showed you a graphic earlier, smacking it in halfway down. One heck of an athlete. Has had his fair share of hamstring problems, lower back. Powerfully built man, and watching him warm up, having a chat to Coach Stewie Law. Just got to keep an eye on Russell. Pop him in cotton wool and look after him.
Yeah, Mahmudullah scored 43 of just 18 deliveries, a chase of 160 versus Sri Lanka in that match in Sri Lanka, Nidahas Trophy. And he's got a good start. What he needs to realize now is that he cannot afford to get out. Top 5 already being dismissed so quickly. Needs to shoulder the responsibility.
It's nice, a bit of wrist work. Half the side out already. Very first ball, dances down. Brain fade from Tamim. Oh, you've got to get forward. Shuma Shaka. What a shocker. And Litton Das. Yeah, got a start, got out. And Shakib, a wonderful catch this on the fence by Keswick Williams. Wonderful presence of mind and athleticism. Last one, Mushy. Back for a shower, buddy. Rodman Powell too easy. So lots to do for the late lower order as well. Yeah, a little bit gloomy. Coaching staff, Stephen Rhodes there, and the specs on to his right. Neil McKenzie, the batting consultant, former South African. Oh, another short one. Just enough to get over the 30-metre circle to bring up the 100 now, off 11 for 5 down. Once again, the Windies relying more on pace. Yes, we've had Samuel Badri and Ashley Nurse early doors. Back to the fast man. A short one from Keswick Williams this time. He starts his second, and well, got to be so precise with the short one at the small ground.
Yeah, the short one has worked in their favour. Run rate is not a problem for Bangladesh. They're going at over 9 runs an over. If they go at the current rate, they will get 181, which is a very good total on the surface. The problem is danger of losing wickets. If they keep losing wickets, then it will be difficult for them to bat through the 20 overs. That's the reason why Bangladesh need a partnership. They have someone like Mahmudullah who can go and bat till the very end, but he will need support from the other end.
Twelve fours and 2 maximum so far for the tourists. Once again, that lovely little wrist work. Mahmudullah, keep it ticking, keep it moving. And in between, and Araful strike a couple of big blows.
Yeah, the average first inning total in T20 internationals at this ground is, would you believe it, 122. But in CPL, last year, it's been 179. The current rate would get them 180. If they can manage to hold their nerves and manage to score at this rate, they will get those runs. That's nicely played. Should come back for the second. He's running hard. Very good running.
Yeah, good point you make, Atta, because in terms of seeing CPL, and it started here in 2014, the pitch was a little bit more tired. And again, our wonderful colleague Ian Bishop came up and mentioned that this surface was relayed recently, I think last year. And so now it's a lot more slick. So it comes on, and the spinners used to have more of a say here in those early days of CPL 14, 15 and 16. Nice angles from Williams. They still managed to squirt through. So yeah, fascinating. 122 over a period of time, and now, because the pitch has been relayed, higher scores than the ground staff. Kent, Crafton, I've been told. Chilling. It's one of the Cricket West Indies pitch supervisors, goes round the Caribbean, and I must say, this is a wonderful looking 22 yards nowadays than it was just a few years ago.
Yeah, that's the reason I felt that it was really disappointing to see the way Tamim Iqbal got himself dismissed of the very first delivery. He was out of the blocks so quickly, and all of a sudden he was stumped. Such a good run with the bat in the ODI, and his teammates himself also would have expected them to give another good start.
Six off, one to go here. Keswick's not quite ready, and neither is Araful. Here he goes. He's 7 from 7. Where does this one go? Change of pace maybe from the bowler. No, he's gone with his tried and trusted length, normal pace delivery. So 7 off, the 12th, it's 107 for 5 here. Now the tourists counter-punching, trying to stay in the contest. It's all happening here at Warner. Time for a change in voice. Darren Ganga is with Ian Bishop.
Thanks, Danny. Carlos Brathwaite back into the attack. 1 for 13, 1 over for 13. Hasn't looked as sharp, Brathwaite, as either Russell or Kemo Paul just yet, and he started his T20 international career against these same opponents back in 2011 in Bangladesh. That was prior to his knee injury, which he sustained not too long after that, which is, to me, hampered a bit of his pace over the years. 2 dots to start.
2 dots to start. 28 dots overall in the innings. Rule of thumb for most teams, between 30 and 40. That's something that most teams will look at when they assess their performance with the bat. In terms of run, Bangladesh, they're in a very good position. They've just lost too many wickets. Another play and a miss. You've got to be careful here. It's a good platform for them to launch from. Mahmudullah, crucial if they are to get somewhere close to 170, 180. Lucky for Carlos Brathwaite, there was no bat on this.
Very close to that white line guide mark. It seems to be delivered from him to bowl down into that channel against Ariful. Benefit of the doubt going to the bowler. Well stopped, brilliantly stopped at backward point.
Evan Lewis, the man doing the business. Going to his left side, had to take the dive out. Got down in time. Good work. Yes, the captain, he loves it.
change in the field for Mamadullah. Fine leg comes up into the circle and 3 fielders riding the boundary. Leg side.
And again, excellent to finish the over. Just 1 run conceded. Brilliant stuff from the Windies. 108 for 5.
The loss of wickets have stemmed somewhat in the flow in the last 3 or 4 overs. Nice crowd has come in as well. A number of faces very familiar with us as we see them piling in for CPL as well. Kimo Paul. That should be 4. That's hit quite firmly by Ariful.
There's been a concerted effort on the part of the Windies bowlers to bowl that short of a good length delivery against the Bangladeshis. This time, Ariful equal to the task, gets it in front. He knows exactly that there is a fielder on the onside. Meets it very early and gets the result that he wants.
Beautifully bowled. Saw him bowl the penultimate over in the 2nd ODI in Guyana. And it was a well-constructed over. A lot of Yorkers in it. Seems to be one of the young bowlers in the Caribbean who is able to get a grip of death bowling and will get better with experience.
Yeah, and he does it with good accuracy as well. Saw him in 50 over cricket, getting a little bit of conventional swing. Can also get reverse swing. A wonderful talent, Kimo Paul.
The other thing I noticed with Bangladesh as well, come back to it. I watched Mushfiqur Rahim, the former captain, a lot during particularly the ODI series, and how he would maneuver the fielders even though Mortaza was the captain. As the keeper standing behind the stumps, he played a significant role. I'm watching Dinesh Ramdin here as well, getting that extra pair of eyes that Carlos Brathwaite needs with regards to the angle of the fielders. Rebowl. Lots of short balls from the Windies. Kimo Paul picked up 2 wickets in his over.
Yeah, this is one. Going with the wind. It's been that windy. But the short deliveries are working for the Windies bowlers, and you could understand why. Straight boundaries, very short. This was a piece of brilliance. Because with Williams, awareness, athleticism, this was more conventional. Rahman Paul making no mistake. You look at the approach here from Bangladesh. They're just trying to wear the overs down before they launch. They know that they only have 5 wickets. And this crowd, they would love to see much more boundaries before the inning closes.
116 for 5. Good to see the crowd coming in. One or two friends of Batter Ali Khan dotted around the ground in their Bangladesh t-shirts. Andre Russell to bowl his final over.
Yeah, the key for me at this stage of the innings is getting the feel right so you don't be predictable as a bowler. Short with pace and appeal. Is run out. Well, the umpire didn't have to give the decision, the LBW on the appeal, but he should be run out here.
Well, Ramden aimed at the striker's end and missed the stumps there, and Mamadullah saw the ball miss the striker's stumps and took off. Before anyone, he was a long way out of his crease.
Good for us. Okay, fair delivery, fair delivery. Let's go on to the front arm spin vision. Okay, copy, I'm looking. Okay, actually he's bold. He's bold. So on the big screen, you would, big screen is out, on the big screen out.
Yeah, well, he's been given out, and you can see why. Ball making contact. He's been bowled by Andre Russell. Mamadullah survives the run out. Hack goes for 15. It's 116 for 6.
Mehdi Hassan. Well, what an event that was. Mamadullah was also unaware, like most of us, that the bail had actually fallen off. He would have been blinded by the batsman's body. As you can see why, but Ramden then picks the ball up and throws it. In the gap. For 4 of them. Easily put away by Mehdi Hassan.
Good timing. Full delivery. Andre Russell searching for the Yorker. Couldn't quite get it right. Hassan just came to the crease. And this is a very good shot to get off the mark.
Russell's down now. hobbles back to his feet. Just want to go over that incident again. He was bowled. None of us knew he was bowled, and then Ramden tried to run him out. And look at where Mamadullah is when the ball hits a stump. So had he not been bowled, Mamadullah would have been livid with himself, because that would have been a comedy of errors from him, and he can laugh at it now, but he got away there. His partner didn't.
Andre Russell was even searching for that LBW decision. He was confident.
Short. Just to enlighten our viewers as to how many people didn't know about it, the third umpire was just asking about hit wicket. So no one really knew why the bail came off.
So it was hit wicket, bowled, LBW, run out, all modes of dismissals.
Oh, what you would give for a double play.
See, you're looking forward to America, Bish.
Florida, here we come. 121 for 6.
Following this first T20 international, there are two other matches in Lauderhill, Florida. On Saturday fought the second match between the Windies and Bangladesh, and then on Sunday the final T20 international. Schedule following this game, the action moves to Lauderhill, Florida for the remaining two T20 internationals.
Brathwaite changed around his bowlers quite nicely tonight. Last 5 overs, 26 for 1. 4 overs before that, 52 for 1. So the Windies have clamped down on the rate of scoring compared to the first half of the innings, where Bangladesh were going very well even though they lost wickets. Just one.
It's a good period of play for the Windies. They're bowling spot on. Good support in the field as well. They've pulled things back after those few skyscrapers between over number 4 and over number 12 to a large extent.
Two is the call from Mamadullah. Williams quick to the ball, and the rag dropped out of Brathwaite's trousers as he got into his delivery stride. Not enough to disturb the batsman.
Yeah, good work. One-handed pickup, creating the doubt and preventing the second run.
Be interesting to know who bowls the next over. Russell has bowled out, so Kesrick Williams has a couple, and he would often bowl some death overs for the Windies. Brathwaite himself has another option after this, and then you can go to Kemo Paul. Ashley Nurse bowled 1 over for 2 wickets, not to be seen again yet. 2 more is the call. Good activity from Andre Fletcher. He's been brilliant in the field tonight. Part-time wicketkeeper, but he's looked exceptional in the outfield.
Yeah, this is tremendous work. Andre Fletcher diving, one-handed pickup. That's the beauty of T20 cricket. Brings the fielding component of the game into the spotlight.
Well bowled, very well bowled. 16 overs completed, 125 for 6. Nice crowd on the western side of this ground, vacant territory on the eastern side, but they're making their presence felt. Cheering in the commentary box, Jeffrey Dujon, Danny Morris.
Thank you, Bish. Ah, it's a ripper! The slow dipping delivery from Keswick. Look out, the dance floor's here. Let's go, boys. Shake it, groove it, move it. Back at Warner, number 7.
It's just a brilliant delivery. Full, slow. Mamadullah totally deceived in the flight. Played way too early. And there goes the off stump, and there goes the dance. Mamadullah Riyad goes for 35. Propped up the innings. It's 125 for 7.
Good change up from Williams, and Nozmul Islam is out in the middle at number 9. And yeah, well, Ian Bishop did ask, thought, who's going to come on and bowl this next over? And it's got to be a guy that you go to. Wonderful deception.
He's very good at this, Keswick Williams, and it seems as if he's good at that as well. So is she.
Ah, bring it. They're all doing it. Oh, a little fish, little dab. Well, Jeffrey, as you've always said, it's in the genes, brother. Moving and grooving.
You got to have rhythm, Dan. Got to have rhythm.
You rhythm. I remember them saying that on the dance floor. You honkies ain't got no rhythm. Now watch what you're doing. And we did. Lovely Bayesian queen, a bit of dancing there in Barbados all those years ago. And Ian Bishop, he was there, shaking it too. With the Twin Towers. Ambrose and Walsh were there that night. One to remember. And a bit like this to remember here with the dancing of Keswick Williams with a wonderful delivery. Oh. Oh, look, let me out there. Yeah, I'm going back to school to learn to do that. As one of my teachers, thank you, dear.
Well, at least the top half of you looks as if it's got some rhythm.
Bowling ball head, just rhythm down the gantry. Oh, a little short, and a swivel on. Mahedi.
Keswick Williams is really good at, especially in the latter overs, is taking a bit of pace off the ball, forcing the batsman to use, to make pace on it. Messes up the timing. He's got one after this. That'll be just a single. Ends the 17th. It's 130 for 7.
one's really got into third or fourth gear here in terms of the batting from Bangladesh. Mohammadullah 35, and then the next top, Liton Das at 24. A couple of teens thrown in as well. And despite all that, they were going rather nicely. The first 10 overs at 95. So, yeah, going at 9.5, and then the next 7 overs have only yielded 35. Even with those wickets stumbling and tumbling early. Paul, well, he's taking a leaf out of Kesrick Williams' book now.
And this is good batting, bowling rather, at the latter half of the order. They're far more likely to be troubled by this change of pace.
And mix it up like that. That's what's been fairly impressive from the youngsters. Joseph and now Paul. Saw a little bit of Alzari Joseph, Guyana, zipping it about. Now it's Kimo Paul this evening here in St Kitts.
Well, they found a surface that's conducive to that. There's a bit of bounce and pace in this wicket. Again, the slower delivery. Islam just not being able to get hold of it.
Yeah, always tricky when you've got the tail enders in those death overs, whether it's 50 overs or 20 overs, and particularly highlighted even more in the shortest format. You've got Islam here batting at 9, and there's still a few overs to go. Oh, well fielded. Oh, he's gone for all money. Are they going to get the overthrow? No. But some good stuff. Is that Lewis again? EL, well done. Good stuff.
Yes, this was hit quite well. Pulled it in and got rid of it quickly. Evan Lewis.
Yeah, one of the gifted athletes in this Windies outfield inside the hot spot there. Backward point. He likes it, but I think it was going down. Just looking at that first time, real time. Beating leg stump. Cross seam. Now you can you see a bit of leg stump, but still a bit to go there, a bit to travel.
Clipping maybe.
What do you think, Hawk? Downstairs? Dancing shoes on the bank though. And keep the strike. Very, very good over. Just 2 singles from the 18th. Ripper. It's 132 for 7. The double O at the top. First ball ducks. First time ever, apparently. Here we go. Kesrick Williams, and he's got Bosch, but not enough of it. Gonski! Ashley Nurse, the 8th nail in the coffin, and Mahedi has set off the cheerleaders and dancers on the bank here at Warner.
That's another one of those floated deliveries from Kesrick Williams. And just into the shot a bit too early, Mahedi. spoons it in the air, and Ashley Nurse is not going to drop those. So Mehdi goes for 11. Bangladesh now 132 for 8.
Number 10's in. Rubel. He's not on strike. This is Nurul Islam. Have to reload, but I tell you what, Bangladesh are in danger of being bowled out here, not taking the full quota. Again, a change of pace. Smart bowling from Williams. And very comfortable in the end from Ashley Nurse. And low fives, high fives. All too comfortable for the hosts at the moment. Oh, genuine edge, and it'll race away for 4 here. Much needed for the Tigers.
Way too fine for third man. Didn't really give Ramdin much of a chance. And that's always going to happen at the end of the innings. But he certainly used his entire bag of tricks this evening, Keswick Williams. 3 wickets now, 26, and into his 4th. Make that 4. Make that 4 for Keswick Williams.
Yeah, it is tumbling away here for Bangladesh. Losing wickets almost like 9 pins. Again, falling away, little leg cutter, bit of bounce, bit of an edge, and through to Dinesh Ramdin. He gleefully accepts that. Nuzmul Islam gone for 7. It's 137 for 9 now. Last man in, Mustafizir Rahman. And so the fizz is out in the middle with his mate. Yeah, knows where the batsman's going. And Nuzmul, tail ender, cramped. That extra bounce, what a beauty.
Mustafizur. He'll pick up a single here. It's just been a great over for Keswick Williams. 2 wickets in the over. Chance of another. Pick up a 5-fer. Just one more delivery to go.
Career best figures just been told for Keswick Williams in T20 internationals. There's 4-fer. 4 bowling changes in the first 10 overs. Well, there have been 7 bowling changes now in the last 9 or so. Oh, another change up. Yeah, he was searching for those three things stuck in the ground. So he's done and dusted here. 4 for 28, 19 done, 139 for 9. Extras. They've got 1 to go for Bangladesh. Here's the skipper. Oh, it's a cracker. He's definitely missing, but then there's an inquiry. Leg buys, I think that was definitely missing leg, but what a beauty. Ricky can't believe it. Carlos Bradford getting it in the hole. Ooh, tight but missing.
That's where you want to be at this stage. Just seeing the best figures by a pacer in West Indies Bangladesh T20s from Kesrick Williams, 4 for 28 in 4. And the captain trying to clean it up. That's hit hard. Fletcher into play, another good piece of fielding.
4 wickets for Kesrick Williams. Lovely change of pace. It changed the length. Oh, it was stunning. Get rid of Mamadullah. Yeah, time to go to the dance floor. And another change of pace, try to be heaved away. Small, gone. Yeah, see you, son. Back live. And Captain Carlos Brathwaite trying to nail the last 2 here. And just enlightened that he is from St Vincent. Loved it there back in '96, I've got to say. Gorgeous part of the world, the Grenadines. And now a Spiceman's here tonight too, Jeffrey. Andre Fletcher from Grenada. Can't wait to see those eyes just light up, particularly if he gets going and fats a few. 2 to go in the innings. And I've breached 140 of the Tigers. Last 2 gentlemen at the crease for Bangla. Right arm round now. Bit of fresh air. Now they won the toss at Carlos Brathwaite. Delighted to be bowling first. He said, yep, we're going up front because we want to know what we're chasing. And it is a very good surface, he felt too. Now, don't get bowled out, Bangladesh. A bit of a misfield from Kesrick Williams, but no damage done. So the last over yielded just 4, and it meant that Bangladesh got to 143 for 9 with their turn of bat. Just to reiterate, first 10 overs it was 95 for 5, so they're going along rather nicely. And in the next 10 overs, get this, only 48 scored for the loss of 4, and only 4 boundaries in the last 10 overs. Ouch, that hurts you as a batting side.
And this was the man of the moment. 4 for 28. And you have to say that Bangladesh just kept losing wickets at regular intervals. Couldn't get any momentum on their innings. Ashley Nurse started everything with picking up the first 2 wickets. Both batsmen out first ball. And the Bangladesh card reads as such. 24 for Litan Das, and 35 for Mamadullah, the main scorers in the innings. 143 for 9 Bangladesh in their 20.
12 extras as well. So they couldn't quite get to 150. Let's go sideline now to Ian Bishop.
Ashley, there's 2 wickets in your first over. How pleasing or surprising was that?
It's obviously pleasing. I mean, start of a 2020 game, the first over is always important, so it's nice to give the team a good start.
Were you surprised to see Tamim Iqbal advancing to you for the first ball of that over?
Not really. I know that it's a 2020 game, so it's a bit fast-paced, so I knew he was trying to put me under some pressure. So I was looking for him to do something, but I obviously didn't tell it to chip the first ball, but I saw him early, so I just put it wide.
What about just bowling a solitary over in the innings?
Yeah, well, that obviously wasn't the plan, but it worked out and the guys really come to fore today.
About the seam bowlers, just give me your idea on the tactics. A lot of short balls were bowled.
Yeah, obviously, the Asian batsmen don't like the ball really above the waist, so it's nice to see the fellas using the wicket, hitting the wicket hard, get some bumps over the track, and try to make this hit to the big side with the win.
It's easy to get these?
I won't say easy, but we'll take that any day.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he was the catalyst, kicking things off. Look at that, 2 for 6. Just had to bowl the 1 over, but he nailed the openers very quickly indeed. And Russell, good to see him back in Windies colours, getting amongst the bowling and getting a wicket. And Paul and then Williams, in terms of pace, getting the wickets. Highlights there. This was the first 2. First ball of the match even. Oh! Tamim gone. And the next opener is Sean Shea. Jeez, Jeffrey, got to get forward some.
Could have been worse. Shakib put down by Marlon Samuels. Even though there were the odd boundaries. Shakib came in and played some shots. Any width he was given, he made use of it. And anything over pitched. Then Liton Das. Would fall short, delivery straight into the hands of Andre Fletcher. Then it was Shakib to this good piece of fielding. Keswick Williams thought it, threw it back and fielded it. Medulla stuck around for a while, played a few shots. This was a beauty straight down the ground of Badri. So was that. Wasn't a good night for Samuel Badri. Didn't seem to be gripping the ball properly. Mamadullah so good up the ground. Mushfiqur slashed at a few, one too many. This one straight into the hands of Rodman Powell. Mamadullah pressed on. And then this was Ariful's wicket. Just clipped the off stump. The non-striker was given out before he realized he'd been bowled. And this was the crucial wicket of Mamadullah. Deceived by Keswick Williams. This one was Asmol. Also deceived by a slower delivery. Then this was Nazmul. First was Mehdi. Followed him with a short one that got too big for him. So the target, Windies need 144 runs from 120 balls, and they'll have to do that at 7.2.
Long rain delay has now revised the target and the playing conditions. So 91 is the target to get there, and 11 overs, and 4 bowlers can bowl a couple each. The power play is actually only going to last 3 overs, and 1 bowler can bowl 3 overs. So your best bowler gets 3 overs, the others get 2, and it's the Spice Man, Andre Fletcher, out of Grenada. Here he is, ready to fire up and try and track down 91 in 66 deliveries. His mate at the other end is Evan Lewis, who loves to cut loose early in this form of the game, and particularly this venue, because of course he's tied up with the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots during the Caribbean Premier League. And a few have stayed in to actually see the home side's reply. Mehdi Hassan, this wily young offie, who was one heck of a talent, showed some of his class during the Test series, Antigua and particularly in Jamaica. Rightio, let's get ready to rock and roll. Fletcher on. Immediately gives it a crack. Oh, they're going to take one and get things underway. Ian Bishop, this target, you'd think would be easy on this surface here this evening.
Well, you'd have to bowl really well and field really well to defend it. Fascinated to see how Mehdi Hassan goes. Lewis is the only left-hander in this batting lineup, but he bowled so well to the Windies left-handers in the ODIs on pitches that gripped a little bit more than this one will do. Bowled a fantastic length in addition to line.
Lewis just sorting things out with his guard and his gloves. Very watchful because Shumaseka got knocked over. He, a left-hander, skidded through from Nurse, castled him first ball. Lewis should be aware of that at least. Lost a little bit of shape, but he gives it a heave into the onside to get off the mark now. So from the get-go here, that 91 from 66 was an asking rate of 8.27. Yeah, those enjoying themselves in the VIP area. Boxes here at Warner. And Fletcher! Oh, he loves to give it some Humpty early doors. First maximum to the Spiceman.
It's an area of the field that Andre Fletcher loves to challenge the off-spinner. Long on and mid-wicket, and it's exactly where they've got the two deep fielders. The ground, though, isn't big enough.
Well, the challenge, isn't it? Exposes all three stumps and says, go on. Here they are. Take me on or I'll take you down. Oh, they want it, they want it. He runs the line. I tell you what, a direct hit would have been very, very interesting. Was that the Fizz throwing it? I think it was. Mustafizur.
Excellent awareness by Mustafizur.
Yeah.
Oh, again, just trying to hit it a little too hard. Take one and be happy, Evan Lewis. Ends the first one, 10 off it for none.
Two batsmen, as you would like in this T20 format, who like to have a dash straight up. Ready up with the rate. Yeah, Evan Lewis was safe at the other end, but it was Fletcher, it was tight. He might just have been home. The other thing now is to see how Mustafizur as a seamer will bowl to Evan Lewis. We saw Mortaza come around the wicket and bowl a good length, close to a full length, to Lewis. Didn't give him any short balls, or many, just two in the entire series, which he pulled for 6. Now, can Lewis counter-attack if the length again is on the full side? Long on and deep square leg.
Here's the Fizz. Lewis, yeah, you can see he wants to line him up clearly, but you've got to watch out for those wonderful changes of pace, those cutters that he's renowned for. And on this particularly good pitch, mentioned had a sheen on it. New ball will slide on. Need some magic here to Bangladesh. They need to knock over 2 or 3 early. Straight up from Lewis, who wants it? Taken. Litton Das gets rid of Lewis. All very soft and easy.
Excellent bowling in Bangladesh, as they should be. They're happy on the field and beyond the field. Hard pitch, the ball's hit high up on the bat, spliced. But Lewis's form has tailed off in recent matches, whether it's 50 overs, now T20. A little bit of a concern for him. He goes for 2, 10 for 1.
Fletcher this time, he's miscued as well. He gets away with it. Almost 2 in a row here. Just have to be a little bit sensible. This is the dismissal of Lewis. As you said, Bish, spliced high on the blade. The length was good with the new pill.
And the last ball, I wonder if Mamadullah, was it too far for him to dive? Oh, he stopped very early in the piece, might have taken a dive.
Sorting out third man here. It's almost like a fly slip. We've got a gully in now because of what's just transpired. And it's that little change of pace. There's a cutter. It still skids through. Yeah. They're buoyed by the first one down. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, Biggie. Massive off-spinning delivery that he bowls. Wonderful. Rotations on the ball. Andre Russell has come out at first drop. So there's the ploy set out. This is Fletcher on strike, but Dre Russell at the other end. Because we've only got 3 overs in a power play. Whoa. Another good seed here for Mustafizir.
It's interesting because after the first ball dropped short of mid-on, they pushed the mid-on back to long-on, folks. I just wonder if you continue bowling this sort of line with the left-handed over the wicket angle, whether you can still maintain the catcher, have third man back and the mid-on up. Like the fact there's a catcher.
Tick that box. There it is! Number 2. Double wicket maiden kicking on. Can you believe it? They're going to have to here. Fletcher's gone. The second one down now.
Brilliant angle from the Fizz. That little cutter again with that supple wrist. Nice bounce and carry even with pace off the ball on this surface. The ideal start for Bangladesh. Fletcher goes for 7, 10 for 2.
It's very easy, boys.
Now then, a couple of blokes who've played a bit of IPL together. Andre Russell, and he's going to be up against Shakib Al Hassan. This is international T20. Of course, Russell, renowned franchise T20 around the globe, is a great finisher or a super destructive character. But now he's up against the very wily Shakib Al Hassan. I think it's a great move. And Marlon Samuels has come out to replace Andre Fletcher, so it has been very hectic in the first 2 overs. I'd just like to reiterate, there was a double wicket maiden from the Fizz. Just need a little bit of sense and sensibility here from the Windies now. Cut it, bounces again. It's going to have to reload this one as Shaq. Marlon Samuels back in international duty. Been a while. So remember, this is the last over the power play. And that, funkily enough, races away for 4 for Samuels to open his account.
Pick the gap quite nicely. There's a man to the right of your screen, the extreme right at a mid-wicket position. But once it beats the mid-on, that man has a lot of work to do. Couldn't do the work.
Yeah, a little skiddy one through. Now, if you've just tuned in, because we've had a heck of a rain delay here and some kits.
Coming now, boy, coming now,
They're trying to track down 91 and 11. Windies. And only 3 overs of a power play. It's not one there. Another useful over, just 7 from the third. It's 17 for 2 here.
Of course, how Shakib manages his bowlers will be absolutely vital.
Two down early in the pursuit of 91 and 11. So let's have a bit more spin, says Shakib. Time for a bit of Nazm al-Islam. Yeah, just going to get the boundary riders sorted. Muhammadullah, I think he's going to go out to long on. 2 right-handers at the crease now. And hence the left-handedness.
I think Shakib forgot the power play was finished, and it was Mamadullah who alerted him, hey, you can have more than 2 outside of a circle. He only had 2 outside of a circle, and Mamadullah came running in saying, skipper, we need to have more protection beyond the circle. So now 2 other fielders have swept on the offside and 1 deep square.
That sounded good off the blade. Work to do. And better throw, better bounce throw over the stumps or near it. Would have had Russell in a whole heck of trouble here. It's a nice stroke. And then Marlon Samuels said, listen, Russ, we need to come back here. Made him come back, but oh yeah. Really good throw. And with the bounce throw over the top of the stumps a bit better, would have been number 3 down. and Russell out of here. Wonderful flight and holding it back with some hang time. Nuzma. (19 for 2 after 3.2. Give it a heave and give it some. It's gone all the way. There's a maximum this time from Marlon Samuels.
In his zone. It's a shot that he plays quite nicely, whether he's using his feet or standing and hitting the left arm spinner wide of mid-on or long on. Lovely shot.
Suddenly 8 off half this over. And there, and he's going to get away with it with just a single. Yeah, and for stats gurus, Mustafa Zia with he's only the second Bangladesh bowler to double wicket maiden in T20s after Ilyas Sunny did it against Ireland. Double wicket maiden. He's a left arm spinner. Ilyas Sunny versus the pace of the Fizz. Yeah, it's missing. Yeah, but beautifully bowled. And oh, now another one. Another run out opportunity missed here by Bangladesh.
Yeah, Russell was a little bit slow to start off because he played the big heave. Would have been gone.
Needed a direct throw to smash the poles at the bowler's end. Oh, no run there. So he fights back with the over, and it is 27 for 2 here after 4. (27 for 2). Time for a change in voice. Jeffrey Dujon and Darren Ganga.
Thank you, Danny. The Windies, 64 more runs from 42 deliveries. Marlon Samuels looking in very good nick. Remember, he missed the ODI series because of injury, timing the ball sweetly. Covered. Off the ground, the power of this man, Andre Russell.
Well, he doesn't really need much room. So powerful. It's just slightly back of a length. And once he gets bat on it, it's gone.
Russell promoted to number 3 in this Windies batting lineup. Windies already hitting 3 maximums in this innings. Bangladesh, the entire innings, only 2. An appeal. He goes immediately for the review.
Director, we have a review for LBW. The original decision is not out. Let me have a look at the front foot, please. Okay, fair delivery. Move on to front on spin vision. Okay, can you rock and roll that? Okay, I will need Ultra Edge to confirm whether bat involved. Open up. Keep rolling. Okay, keep rolling, rolling. Ball passing the bat. Keep rolling, rolling. Pass the gloves now. Yes, I'm happy with that. No bat involved. Ball tracking when available. Ball tracking. Pitching in line. Impact in line. Wickets. Umpire's call. Can you go back to the umpire on field? Greggy, I would recommend you stay with your decision. You're on screen now. Thank you, well done.
Well, umpire Gregory Brathwaite just confirming that his decision was the right one given the situation. Bangladesh, on the other hand, will not lose their review. So close. Andre Russell flirting with danger.
Yes, at first look it looked as if it straightened a bit more than that and would have maybe hit leg stump. It's a streaky single there. 7 from the over so far.
Bangladesh would be looking for another wicket to try and get a new batsman in. It's going over the wicket now. Shakib Al Hassan, Marlon Samuels just changing the angle. Doesn't make a difference. This man, Marlon Samuels, he's all class.
He knows it's not turning much. And he gets that left foot right inside the line to allow his hands to just go straight through. Doesn't try to hit it too far on the leg side. Tries to hit it pretty straight. And he's such a great timer of the ball. There's no question where that was going. Ball coming onto the bat so he can just hit through the line of it.
Lots of boundaries in the innings so far for the Windies. 4 sixes, just 1 4. Marlon Samuel's strike rate over 200. 21 from 10. Ow! Good partnership between these two. 31 from 19. 5 overs gone, 41 for 2. So we had a few rain interruptions, revised playing conditions. Windies require 91 in 11 overs. Power play overs of 3. Windies was 17 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. 4 bowlers can bowl a maximum of 2, 1, 3.
West Indies going at just about 8.3, 8.2, which is just around where they have to be. They're up with the run rate. Looking for a couple of good overs early on to take the pressure off the end. Rubel Hussain.
Pace and bounce. Got the better of the wicketkeeper as well. 4 wides.
You saw the West Indian bowlers bowling short. This one was way too short and over the head of the diminutive Mushfiqur. Banged it down well in his half of the pitch.
5 added to the Windies total. 46 now for 2 at the start of the over. Both teams at a similar stage. They were equal in terms of runs and wickets, 41 for 2. Classy shot. Off the back foot, giving himself room, finding the gap. Samuels on fire, brings up the 50 for the Windies.
Well, one thing Marlon Samuels has is a good pair of hands. strong back foot player. Backs away, gives himself some room, and how many times have we seen him hammer the ball through that area?
Just gets a finger on it. He will save his team a couple runs. That was struck firmly. Samuels timing the ball in full control. Looks in ominous form despite not playing competitive cricket for a couple of weeks.
This was hit really hard. Got to the field a bit before he expected it. Moves on to 26. West Indies going now at 9.5. And they'll take a quick one here.
Good awareness from Samuels on the non-strikers end. Andre Russell not making good contact, but responding well. Positive running between the wickets by these two. Strong onside feel. Now being changed. Deep mid-wicket coming into the 30-yard circle in exchange for the fielder at mid-off, going back to long off. Up and over. Might be taken, yes. Gone, Mahmudullah. One too many, doesn't get the distance, and he will have to depart.
Yes, to seem to catch this pretty low on the bat. Looking to tug it over long on. And just catches the toe of the bat and just can't get the distance. Simple catch in the end for Mahmudullah, and Samuels goes for 26. It's 52 for 3.
Strong bottom hand from Andre Russell. Well, Marlon Samuels' quick fire innings came to an end. This was the shot hitting the Q end of the bat. Mahmudullah making no mistake. That has brought Rovman Paul, young all-rounder, to the crease, who will set himself for his first delivery.
Only 14 matches. Rubel Hussain just has the knack of getting wickets. 6 overs gone. It's 53 for 3.
Change of bowler. Put his left arm over.
Windies require 38 from 30 deliveries. Remember, it's an abbreviated game because we have a rain delay. Mustafizur will resume bowling. A double wicket maiden for Bangladesh.
Windies were required to score at 8.27. They're currently going at 8.83.
Starts with a short delivery. Andre Russell just prompting the umpire to rethink his decision. Maybe feeling it's a little too high. Very good pace. Mustafizur.
There's definitely a bit more pace and bounce in this pitch. Seems to be a bit harder than it was for the ODI.
Splices off the bat. The pace, the length, the power. Andre Russell not making good contact, but lucky for him, there was no third man. He was in that 30-yard circle. Flew over him, raced into the boundary.
Mustafizur just getting a little extra bounce out of this pitch. Seems to be bowling a bit quicker as well than he did in the ODI.
This time, going, gone. Might have gone straight to Nevis as well. This man, he's got ridiculous power.
Well, as fast as it came is as fast as it went. Hit this ball really hard, didn't try to hit it too square.
Well, we've just gone past midnight here in St. Kitts. Andre Russell is still wide awake. His ability to pick the length, speed of his arms, the elevation, the distance. What a shot. He's moved to 20 of 30 now. How will Mustafizur respond? Over the top, at another boundary.
This one was a bit wide. Didn't try to keep it down. Just slashed it. Went over the man at backward point. Didn't have a chance. 14 from the over so far. It's a good one for the Windies.
Another aggressive shot from Andre Russell. One called for the over. Now there's a great chemistry between Rovman Paul and Andre Russell. They both hail from Jamaica. Rovman Paul, numerous times he's indicated his admiration for Andre Russell. Patterns his game to him as a young player. Must be a great joy for him to bat alongside him. One delivery left in this over. Fine leg third man up into that circle. Yeah, gets the bat on it. Finishes in style. Andre Russell, 18 runs from the over. It's 71 for 3.
Nazmul Islam. Just a single, bit of a change from what's been happening. The pace has been fast and furious. That was the last ball of the last over. Good over for Andre Russell. Darren and I can't keep up with the pace, but Ian Bishop and Atta Ali Khan probably can.
Thanks, Jeffrey. Good assisting of each other down at long on and long off. Such a strong player, Andre Russell. Not even sure that we've seen the full potential of his batting at international level across his career so far. Six of them. Rovman Powell into the act. Looks as though he's lost nothing from his knock in the last ODI.
Already 6 sixes in this inning so far. And he was very good with the bat in the last ODI. And straight away get into that same sort of form. Oh, nearly gone through, and lucky that it's just gone away from the stumps. It all, apart from that one single over, from Mustafizur Rahman, which was a double wicket maiden, really could have nothing much to offer, especially when Russell and obviously Samuel was on a strike. They were brutal with the bat. Again, that's gone many a miles. That's the third ball which has gone out of the ground. That is massive. It's huge. 86 for 3.
A lot of entertainment for this crowd who have stayed on here into Wednesday morning. Powell's enjoyed it. Russell's enjoyed it. Shakib not so much. .109 meters 6. What's he doing with a pipe? Oh, the ball is certainly going straight through a pipe on this surface. He's discussing with a colleague off here. As Russell shows his dynamic power. I mean, find that in Florida somewhere for the second and third T20. I just wonder, it's my own sort of thinking, but if Russell continues to play ODI cricket for the Windies for some time, I'd like, if the opportunity presents himself, for someone to say to Russell, look, I'll give you 10 ODIs. I want to bat you at number 3 in ODI cricket. I want you to go in there and you take your time, get into an innings and just let your power take over if you can manage to stay in and set yourself for a few overs. It won't happen, but I'd love to see the possibility of that happening, because he can play properly and he can destroy you, Andre Russell.
Well, he can single-handedly destroy any attack if he is in this kind of a form. 35 of 19, 3 4s and 3 6s. Incredible. Making it look too easy.
Rubel Hussain. In a good surface for T20 cricket. .35 from 19 deliveries, 3 4s, 3 6s. This is why he's become one of the most sought after players in this format across the world game.
And that's one of the reasons I felt that perhaps the dismissal of Tamim Iqbal on the very first delivery that he faced. He went down the wicket. Such a good pitch to bat on, 35 of 19. Just look at the way he has batted in this innings so far. Tamim was a big disappointment. He would have enjoyed batting here had he stayed on. Had he not got dismissed at the very first delivery of this match. Not only that, also Shomo Shaka getting dismissed of the very first delivery that he faced. Look at this. This is the first ball of the match and he's gone down the track. And the moment he knew that his ball has gone behind, he had no chance whatsoever to come back inside the crease. Such a good form, 200s in the one-day internationals, 3 one-day internationals that they played against the Windies. Carried his bat in the first match, 130 not out. Ball short, shy at the stumps. They've been unlucky because a number of opportunities were created. A couple of times the ball struck the stump, batsmen would have found themselves not inside. But well, if you lose so early wickets so early, then obviously you'll find your team not scoring runs, and especially when a man who has been in very good with the bat in the ODIs, Tamim Iqbal, gets out cheaply. That was the problem.
Went with the ramp shot with third man up, which was a really good option. Just 4 more for victory for the Windies. $87 for 3. Bowlers did quite well tonight. Ashley Nurse at Ali Khan spoke about, started things off beautifully, and Kimo Paul and the rest of the seamers came in admirably to keep picking up wickets. Stuart Law will be pleased. A man with some thinking to do between the two coaches, Evan Lewis, struggling for runs.
Yeah, Ashley Nurse only bowled 1 over. The first one picked up both the openers. You mentioned about Kimo Paul, 2 for 24. What about Keswick Williams, 4 for 28, and that magnificent catch in the outfield.
Victory for the defending world champions, the Windies. Another massive strike to close off this encounter. A good all-round performance by the men in maroon, to the thrills and delight of this crowd that has stayed on into the early Wednesday morning. She has enjoyed this, so has she. Victory by 7 wickets under the Dayless method for the Windies.
And it's the over boundary, it's the maximum it brings the Windies. Victory in the first T20. 2 more to be played, but it has been dominated by bat. Earlier it was the ball, and obviously it was some power hitting from Russell, and earlier it was Samuels. Easy victory in the end by 7 wickets by the world champions. And they'll be very happy to go 1 up in a 3-match series. That's the winning shot. First delivery from Shakib Al Hasan, and out she goes. Coming from the bat of Rothman Powell, who also contributed pretty nicely. 15 and 2 sixes does the trick for Windies.
Such a powerful team. Their ball striking and their all-rounders. Devastating. Andre Russell went at close to 7 and over with the ball, but he scored at over 10 and over with the bat. Marlon Samuels played a very good hand in his first international showing of this home season, 26 from 13 deliveries. And it was Andre Russell, 35 from 21, along with his Jamaican counterpart, Rovman Powell, 15 from 9, that easily ushered the Windies home with time to spare.
It started with Mehdi Hassan, who bowled only 1 over, went for 9. Then most of his, it was that fantastic over when he bowled a double wicket maiden over. But came back and was treated with some disdain from the batters for 18. Shakib also expensive. Islam expensive. That's the story. Bangladesh in the 20 over managed to score only 143 for 9. Windies chasing it in 9.1 overs and winning by 7 wickets. Let's go down and for the flash.
I'm here with Superman, I mean Andre Russell. Andre, yourself, power hitting synonymous. Today yet again showing your brilliance and power.
Yeah, of course. You know, just want to give God praise. It's been a tough series for us in the ODI, losing the games 2-1. We know how important it is to try and, you know, just at least put back some pride in our game. You know, try and win this series 3-0. That's the plan. So it was a very good knock from myself. Well played to Marlon as well. I think he really come take the pressure off me. And overall, it was a good win.
Batting at number 3, can we expect more of this?
Yeah, of course. You know, it's been a while I haven't played the night watchman role. So it's good. It's good. You know, it's more time, more responsibility, and I'm enjoying it so far. I always think about opening in T20. Now getting closer, which is number 3. So you never know. Maybe the second ball of the innings, you will be out there. Now it's a challenge to face the new ball. I'm up for it.
You missed a couple of ODI matches. Are you 100% fit? How are you feeling on your injury?
I'm not 100. I wouldn't say I'm 100 because, you know, when you're 100, then you can do whatever, do some Superman stuff and dive around. I'm a bit worried, but I'm like 95. I'm still not 100% confident in like running and driving and doing certain things, but I'm happy enough to be playing.
And I'm sure you're happy with the outcome. Can we expect a 3-0 victory from the Windies?
Well, that's a plan. I'm not going to say yes, you can expect it because the ball is round. Bangladesh is a very good team. We're not going to underestimate them. But we just have to make sure that we take it game by game and try and close off the series in Florida.
Great to see you in action. All the very best for the rest of the series.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
So victory for the Windies by 7 wickets under the DLS method. $143 for 9 to Bangladesh. Mamadullah 35, but they lost wickets quite regularly, which stymied them. Williams very good, 4 for 28. Kimo Paul 2 for 24, and a couple of wickets to nurse in the first over. And then the Windies in a restricted run chase, reduced overs I should say, 93 to 3. We'll take a short break and we'll come back for the presentation.
Welcome back to St. Kitts for this, the first T20 International of the IPay Windies versus Bangladesh series in 2018. Remember, this is powered by Minis co-sponsor Marcel. As we start this 3-match series, we had a delay of just about 30 minutes. Spectators getting a little bit impatient because they're